Welcome, Waterloo, New York Class of 1974. This presentation is attempting to stir your memories of your high school years in celebration of your 50th class reunion, and it will also show what has become of many of the locations that you frequented here in Waterloo in your teenage years. Oh, what a time that was. We played together, laughed together, grew up together, and then we were on our way to life. Waterloo is such a special place. We learned how to get along with each other. We had the greatest parents, teachers, friends, and family here. Our lives began here in our school and took flight on the day we graduated in 1974. 50 years have passed, and now it's time to look back and remember and see what's become of these places from where we built our futures together. We will start off the presentation with some photographs from around the time of our high school and childhood years. Then we will proceed with some video shots of how things look today. We hope you enjoy this brief trip back and then forward in honor of this celebration of our 50th year reunion. Enjoy. Many of you likely started your lives at the Waterloo Memorial Hospital around 1956. A beautiful white building with sweeping green lawns and tall pines all around. A wonderful place to begin life. And we attended kindergarten and grade schools in the Waterloo school system at Main Street, Scollets, Lafayette, and St. Mary's. We played in the parks, playgrounds, and public areas in Waterloo. Remember the Scollets and Lafayette playgrounds, Walnut Street Field, the large playing fields at the high school, and some of you may remember skating at the Inslee Street skating rink with the little yellow house where we could get warm next to the stove. What fun we had. Remember the great places we had to eat growing up? The Polar and Tasty Freeze, the Seneca Manor, Chick's Diner, the Franklin Hotel, and many, many more. And who can forget the Stop, a favorite gathering place after athletic games where you could have your favorite pizza or sub, write your name and message on the wall, and hang with your friends. How cool. This section would not be complete without mentioning Mac's Drive-In, complete with car hop service and still going today, serving real root beer, hots and hams, fish fries, and the best ice cream anywhere. And we had plenty of wonderful places to shop. Cardinale's Store, Ye Old Wood Shop, Nugent's Hardware, and George's Grocery. P&C on Locust Street, Bill's Meat Market, Bertrand's Meat Market, French's Grocery, Lux's Grocery, Goodman's 5 and 10, Odell's Rexall Drugs, Woolworth's, Creighton's Drug Store, Bush's Grocery, and many, many more. Waterloo, New York. What a great place to grow up in for the class of 1974. And then came graduation day, and we were off on our way. Now let's pause and have a look at how Waterloo looks today. Waterloo, New York, present day. Much has happened over the last 50 years that have passed since graduation day. The town lives on and flourishes. Many new shops, restaurants, and people. Plus, many of us have stayed right here in our great hometown. Let's take a look at what things look like today. The north side of East Main Street. The Waterloo Memorial Day Museum is here, and it's home to many new shops, restaurants, and services. The north side of West Main Street still has a bank, Community Bank, a drugstore, Valley Pharmacy, and many other shops. Waterloo Memorial Hospital has been updated to Waterloo Memorial Heights, offering housing for seniors and disabled individuals. Kojanung Funeral Home, the courthouse, Lafayette Park, and the Main Street School building remain. Main Street School has been recently renovated and is now Lafayette Apartments, providing affordable, low-income housing. On the south side of Main Street, you can see the former P&C Market building in the background that has been renovated and has had a few different owners and is now the Seneca County House of Concern. The village offices are next and have had many renovations over the years. Many shops and restaurants follow on the west side as we approach the Four Corners. Over the intersection, you can see our post office remains where it was. It's still a hub of activity, as it always was in Waterloo. More shops and restaurants follow, with Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant where the old fire department used to be. On North Virginia Street, you see where the Stop restaurant used to be, which is now a park. Bill's Meat Market and Western Auto are gone, and you can see the bank now has a drive-through. On the west side of Washington Street, you can see the canal and locks. In the distance, you can see Oak Island with the nearby Waterloo Community Center, which is where the old rec center used to be. The Cayuga-Seneca Canal remains with lock number 4 still in operation, an important historical landmark in our town. On the south side of East William Street is the McClintock House. At this house in 1848, Mary Ann McClintock hosted a planning session for the first Women's Rights Convention. And at the session, Elizabeth Cady Stanton and others drafted a document called the Declaration of Sentiments. This document proclaimed that all men and women are created equal. The house is now a national park. The town still has many great houses of worship, including St. Paul's Episcopal Church, the United Methodist Church, Waterloo Presbyterian Church, St. Mary's Catholic Church, Waterloo Baptist Church, and Lake Country Christian Church. Right next door is the infamous Waterloo Water Tower and the Seneca County Fairgrounds, where the Seneca County Fair is still held every July. Where doctors' offices and Taylor Brown Hospital was, it's now the Seneca Family Health Center, part of Finger Lakes Health. The center houses several doctors' offices and offers family medicine at the site, providing both adult and pediatric care. The Taylor Brown Hospital building has been added onto and is now the Huntington Living Center, a skilled nursing facility which is part of Finger Lakes Health. Across town, on the north side of West Main Street, is a mural painted on the back of the village office building. The mural depicts many of the significant historical events that occurred in Waterloo. Following down the sweeping pathway that you see is Vern's Way, named after Vern Sessler, a notable local businessman and philanthropist who made significant contributions to the community. The street is located along the Cayuga-Seneca Canal. Slightly further west on the canal is Oak Island, a great place to have a picnic and family gatherings. To the right, at the top, you can see the Waterloo Community Center, where the old rec center used to be. Many recreational programs and services for the community are held there. Over on William Street stands the Waterloo Library, home of Fat Singer Hall and Terwilliger Museum. What a great social and academic resource for the community. Over behind the high school bordering Route 96 are the Waterloo Little League fields. These fields are an awesome resource for the young ball players in the Waterloo community. For the school system, on the south side of town is the Scoyers Primary School. Like others in the Waterloo School District, these buildings and grounds have been extensively renovated and added onto over the years. Off of Inslee Street stands the Lafayette Intermediate School. Those of us who went there remember a much smaller building. This school has been upgraded and added onto extensively and is a testament to Waterloo's investment in the young of the community. Behind the Lafayette Intermediate School, to the northwest, stands our old football field. Who can forget the practices, games, and victories we won there? The cold fall weather, the concession stand, the band playing on, the cheerleaders cheering. What great memories we have here. And on to the Waterloo Middle School and High School campus, starting with Tom Coughlin Stadium, which hosts football games, track meets, and other school and community events. The high school and middle school have been extensively renovated and added onto, and the surrounding tennis courts, baseball fields, and athletic fields are state-of-the-art. Waterloo can be proud that it's made such great investments in the school system to support success for all Waterloo school students. And finally, a 360-degree view of Waterloo, New York, from high above the McClintock House. What a great community this was for us to grow up in, and still is. Many things have changed in 50 years, but there is a spirit of excellence here in this community. It stands proud of its heritage, forward-thinking American values of women's rights, celebrating our veterans, and commemorating their sacrifices, and continues to make investments in the Waterloo community and the young. We all came from this community and share in that upbringing and excellence. We hope this presentation has helped you remember our shared joyous experiences as children and young adults, and has shown you what has become of Waterloo. Waterloo was a beacon of remembrance, thoughtful discourse, and hope back then, and is now more than ever. Thank you for watching our presentation.